Hey guys, what's up, Cryo? I'm just uploading a different thumbnail for the live. It's a picture of Warren Nickham and I. We were at Hypermart getting some groceries, and guy comes up, KuyaStorm? Warren Nickham. I was like, oh, right on. I got recognized my first time and by my channel name, Paul UK. Hey, what's going on, bud? Going really good. We just got back from the Hypermart, which is kind of a what would it be like? Kind of like Fred Meyer. They've got home goods, groceries, kind of a one-stop shopping place. Let's see here. I was trying to get Chi to go live, but we were arguing back and forth, and she's like, no, it's good for you to get monetized. Okay, whatever. I got some chicharrones while we were out. A lot of people here eat them with the fat on. I prefer just like what we get in the US. And then I've got some spicy vinegar. Hard to see. It's tipping. Dip the chicharrones in the spicy vinegar. I had plastic surgery to get that smile. Not yet. I'm at about 1,255 hours out of 3,000. But for AdSense, which is ad money from videos or shorts, I've got to hit 4,000 watch hours. Yum. Only reason I know about the spicy vinegar on them was a guy in combat systems at the shipyard. He spent time here in the PI, and he used to love to walk down the road and get these, and the lady would pour the spicy chili vinegar on them. So there's 2 pieces for each tier. There's a subscriber number required, which is 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours for the initial monetization. And that'll get me super chats, membership, platform, and I can have a merch store. With 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours total, then I can get AdSense money. Big White. Way to come in, roll in, so you can win the door prize. Let's go ahead and give him a all expense paid day off. Come back in tomorrow and you're nice, then you're good. Otherwise, I'll just ban you permanently. Oh, random troll. Random low value dude. I got chicharrones and spicy vinegar. Lemon San That's good. It's even better. Thanks, Asa. Yeah, man. Super happy here. I will. Thank you. I'm already getting used to the heat and the humidity. I enjoy riding the trucks and the tuk-tuks. We're having a great time here. She's doing some video editing.
Hi guys.
Got recognized out at the store. Warren Nickham came up and was like, KuyaStorm? So we get a picture. First time I've been recognized out and about, and recognized via my channel name, so that was very flattering and cool. Really nice guy. We're definitely gonna hang out, and he's got the inside line on helping me get a motorcycle for a good price and getting we're gonna get the mods done. He's got some of them done on his ADR, Honda ADR. Yep, chicharrones and lemon San Mig. And he's still got a couple things. He wants to change the weight of the oil in the shocks for better performance, and was also already looking at changing the weights in the clutch from 15 grams to 12 grams. And I guess it significantly changes the performance of the Honda ADR for the better.
Kubi.
Hey, Kubran, how you doing, buddy? Chicharrones, spicy vinegar, lemon San Miguel. Kubran says, Maganda Chi, how are you?
I'm good. Kobiran.
I guess the flies like the vinegar because they're coming in like swarming.
Spicy?
Yeah, yummy. Eight people, please hit the like, subscribe if you're new. Went out to Hypermart. When we came back, I did a video as we unpacked it. It's pretty rough, but I uploaded that, so I'll put it up later. And Legend sent some for groceries the other day. Didn't have to. I'm like, you don't have to do that. He's like, oh, it's already done. Too late. I'm like, dude. But we told him we'd do an unpacking, and that trip we didn't unpack, but this one I did, so that'll be the one that's sponsored by Legend of Alexander. There were several one-time purchase items, like we got a waffle maker and a coffee French press, an electric kettle to boil water for it'd be easier to make coffee that way instead of putting it in the secondary rice cooker and trying to boil the water. So that'll be nice to have. And then we'll use the French press. Most people drink the 3-in-1, which I've actually been pretty impressed with, but I missed my Death Wish, which I brought a 5-pound bag of Death Wish with me. Whole bean. That'll last a long time, actually. And I'll use the French press with that until the Ninja coffee maker comes. We had one show up and it was missing the water reservoir and the carafe. I would have been fine without the carafe, but it was totally unusable without the part that is removable that you put water in to make the coffee. So be able to have some fresh Death Wish. Still gonna try the Nestle or Nescafe 3-in-1 coffee. I got another one from Nestle called Milo. I want to try that. Hey, Richie Rocket. I really like the Capico. We've tried the Blanca, the Capico Brown, and the Capico Black, and all three of them are good. I really like the Capico Blanca though, out of those three flavors. But most people use just the 3-in-1 coffee, and it's just like a packet you pour in that has sugar and coffee, instant coffee, and creamer built into one packet. and it's actually really good, but not a lot of caffeine. So the Death Wish will give me a lot more caffeine. Yeah, the Capico is really good, actually. I'm kind of a coffee snob. Like, I don't really want Starbucks. There's drinks I like from Starbucks, but I'd rather have like matcha lemonade or something like that. Their coffee tends to tear me up a bit. So, a grande at Starbucks is about 124 milligrams of caffeine, and the same size Death Wish is about 612 milligrams of caffeine. Hey Mark, how you doing, buddy? So the Death Wish definitely has more zip, and I've been telling Jasper about it since I found his channel. It's almost 10 months ago, and he just finally got some, and he was like, whoa, way more caffeine than the 3-in-1s. So I think I got Jasper on board with the Death Wish coffee now too. Need to get him to get a Ninja coffee maker. He says he's just using a cheapo little coffee maker off Lazada or something. And the Ninja is much better because they regulate the water temperature and the rate at which it brews. And it just produces a much better coffee. I've made Death Wish in a Mr. Coffee before, and it kind of tasted like regular coffee, but when you put it through a Ninja, it's super good. I'm not as goofy as I sound. Okay. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or a dig. I'm not really sure how to read that. Thanks, Jemek. Thanks for coming in.
Chubas.
How's things going today? Oh man, these flies landing on me. Let's see. Yeah, if you see the thumbnail for the live, yeah, it's not like a spicy Filipina pic, but that was Warren Nickham comes in here and in Jasper's live a lot, and he recognized me in Hypermart, so I snapped a picture of us. We talked for probably 15 minutes. Really nice guy. Met him and he introduced us. I introduced him to Chi, and he introduced us to his Filipina named Bella. Really great people. Looking forward to having dinner with them and doing some other stuff. Even Jasper got the goofy word today. Oh, but from somebody in the chat, yeah. That's fine. People can be dumb. What else? People can call us goofy or whatever all they want, but I think yesterday Jasper pulled like $1,200 in super chats. That's not even counting people gifting memberships. No, that's gross before YouTube takes their cut, but still, that's pretty darn good. I don't expect to ever get that kind of support. This is really just something that's fun for us to do. If I get a little extra here and there, that just helps for trips and things. But even if I didn't pull in much or didn't get monetized, I'd still do this to hang out with you guys. My goodness, the flies love the vinegar.
David's son, Michelle.
Hey Michelle, how you doing? Greetings from Bacon. Hey Davidson, how you doing, bud? Yeah, I try and go live in the morning, but this morning we actually slept till 8 a.m., which that's the latest I've slept in the Philippines. So that's good. I had woke up a little earlier, and I thought about getting up and going live, and I was like, I'm just going to go sleep and see what time I wake up, and it's good. I needed the extra rest. afternoon stream instead of early morning stream.
Ay, naku. The flies, how they swim. Is it good?
Yep,
Not good?
very good. Chicharrones and spicy vinegar.
Hi. Edwao.
Hey, Edwell. Todd, what's up, buddy? Yeah, man. Doing great. Really, most of the jet lag was gone last week by the time we went to Behold, which we left on Thursday. So, a week ago, wait, I was thinking today's Friday, today's Saturday. So a week ago, yesterday was our big tour day out at the ATVs at Chocolate Hills, Tarsiers, Man-Made Forest, the Buck River Cruise.
Kiss.
Hey, Kiss, what's up, buddy? Yeah, jet lag's not bugging me. It feels like the time that it is here. It's not like afternoon and feeling like it's almost 1 a.m. in the U.S., so I've adjusted to the time. I got some sweat going, but I'm not uncomfortable. My body's just sweating. Cool, man. Ed, well, thanks for coming in. I appreciate seeing you anytime. Going in. Oh, you're on shift. Nice. So we're just chilling out. For anybody that just came in, we got a waffle maker, French press coffee maker to use until the Ninja gets here, and electric water kettle for heating up water. What else? Pretty slow day, but that's nice. How was your new shift treating you, Todd? Come on. Chicharrones. Spicy vinegar is a must-have for these. I didn't know about it until about a year ago. Chicharrones, pig skin with spicy vinegar. It's a Philippines thing. How you doing, Rosa Martinez? Just doing some catch up on part of my game real quick because I'm talking to everybody. Just planted alug body. What's that?
Nagbati like spinach.
Oh, like spinach. Nice.
It's just like that, but we call it alugbati.
Sounds good. I really like the what was it?
Chayote.
Chayote. And I saw it in the U.S., but I never knew what it was, so I didn't know how to cook it, so I didn't get it. Super happy to be here. Oh, thank you. Ooh-wee. I think I'm also partly sweating from the spicy vinegar. A couple more clicks and I'm done with this for a while. Daylight overtime, more action, less pay. Yeah, that's why I like nights. You get paid more and there's not as many goofies to give you a hard time. Bruce Wayne, how you doing, buddy? Third straight day of duty and I'm sleepy, tired, hungry at the same time. Oof. More caffeine, Ed. More caffeine. That's the only way you survive on a submarine in the Navy is lots and lots of caffeine. whether that's tea or coffee or whatever. And when I was working for the cooks, we called it cranking, which everybody that's new on the subs does for a certain number of days. We didn't always have time to drink coffee when we were cranking. So the trick that we used was we'd get Lipton tea bags and put them on our cheek like a dip. And that works really well for getting some caffeine in your system when you're busy working, don't have time to drink a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. Exactly, Ed. You saw a video and I was in it? What video would that be? I feel like there's a joke coming. Get back into the secondary device chat. Oh, well, yeah. We were all in Behold together, so you absolutely saw me in Matet's video. Bruce, that was me. Yes. Sir Williams, thanks for coming in. Flight from San Francisco to Manila was about 15 hours, maybe a little less.
Williams. This one.
Yep. Give him moderator. And then we were out at Hypermart getting groceries and some things like a French press. Guy came up to me and like got down in front of me and looked and was like, KuyaStorm? I'm like, that's me. He's like, more Nickum. He's in here, he's in Jasper's chat. So I took a picture of us, put that up as the thumbnail for this video. But that was pretty cool. I got recognized out in town and recognized with my channel name. Kinda cool. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks since I arrived. I never really had French press. I prefer a Ninja, but the first Ninja coffee maker that came was missing a vital piece, the water reservoir. So we just shipped it back. I ordered the new one, or the replacement. And that's supposed to be here somewhere between the 4th and the 6th. I don't know, so what's that, like a week and a half, 2 weeks? Ooh. I'm in charge of nothing for autographs, man. I'm just a guy being a dude. And I have to give credit to TH3 Jez. That's his thing that he came up with. I think he's got it on shirt, so it's probably trademarked. So I'll say it, but I'll give credit. Just a guy being a dude. I'm blessed to be in the Philippines and have something like this to do for fun and meet all you awesome people. And like Jasper's doing, man. When he says Santa Law, that's like basically saying I wish everyone could experience this kind of stuff, and that's super true. So if you and I can help other people come out here and enjoy life like this, or even vacation like this, if you can't move yet. Tomorrow is 2 weeks. I got here on a Sunday, so 13 days today. I love it, Todd. It's as good as I thought it was going to be. Even better, really. And there was something that came to mind that I'm I'm not a big fan of the itty bitty sizes on cans of juice and things. They're all like Filipino size. Hey, Matats, how you doing? Got a delicious San Miguel lemon. These are good. Like, these are straight up good. I tried Red Horse. I can't hang. I know I should have tried it on video, but I was tired when I tried it. I killed George, did I? King Cozart. Gotta love when the goofies come in. Manu Singh. Thanks, Todd. I am super happy, and so is Chi. Maganda, say hi.
Hi guys. I'm editing something. Off na.
Sir Williams, you gotta come out, dude. I haven't been to Thailand, so I can't compare it, but I know the language is better here since basically everybody speaks English and the signs are in English. You don't have to like try and figure out what the hell a sign says. Sounds like it's probably a good day to do that, my tats. Hang in there, my friend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Todd. Hey, Lucy Wong. Yep. I can be having a crappy day. Not here, but when I was back in the U.S.
Need one. Sending hugs, Matthew. What's wrong with you?
I could be,
Is this good?
yeah.
The color.
I could be having a bad day at the shipyard and Jasper's live would come on and I'd be having a good old time. King Cozart, yeah, I'm here to stay as long as they'll approve my visa extensions, and then end of March I'll apply for an SRRV visa. Hang in there is a very common pick-me-up you say to people in the U.S. Just keep plugging away, keep breathing. Sometimes life gets hard, but before you know it, God will smooth things out, and you'll be back into happiness. How do you think I feel, my dad? Do you think it was easy for me to just bounce? I'm super happy, but I mean, it was definitely a scary thing to do, but now that I did it and I'm here, I'm happier than I've ever been, really.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I agree, King Cozart. That's part of the reason I moved up my trip, or my move, as soon as I did, because all that stuff. Thank you so much, but I'm not going to convert to Islam. But I appreciate the offer. It's very kind. Squid, we're doing great, man. I'm just sitting here eating chicharrones dipped in spicy vinegar, drinking a lemon San Meg. It's snacks. It's not a meal. I prefer it in a bottle, but they didn't have it in a bottle at the Hypermart, and it was only 47 or 47 and a half pesos for a can. Haha. Gotta have the chicharrones with the spicy vinegar, though. Milk stout's good. I think I did. I wasn't super impressed. It was either apple. No, I did try apple. I think we tried strawberry. tried lychee. Lychee's okay. Lemon's good. Like lemon is straight up good. Not a super big fan of the. Try with Sissig? Yeah, I'm sure it is. Actually got 2 bags of these chicharrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
She seemed surprised. We had these in the U.S. I just didn't have the spicy vinegar. They had it at stores, but I didn't know about it in time, so. She's always shocked whenever I like something that's a Filipino food or Filipino delicacy.
Ooh.
I've had some lumpia here. I've had pancit. I also had lumpia and pancit back in the States. I've had turon. Not here, but I had turon in the States, which before I know it's called turon, or before I knew that it was called turon, I called it banana lumpia. Everybody laughed at me. Everybody prayers for one of our friends in here. She's having some rough times. I said I should have gotten 2 bags of the chicharrones, and she was like, "You like those? Oh, wow." Yes, turon. I gave somebody a day timeout. They weren't super offensive, so I just gave them a day off to think about life. Told them they could come back in a day, and we'll see what they say next, if anything. I'm guessing it was some schmuck from the live, or from the shorts feed. They're really, really good. But it's next level when you put the spicy vinegar on them. We're actually eating really healthy most of the time here. Even most of the, if we go to a restaurant or something, it's still made with nice fresh ingredients and doesn't have all the additives and chemicals and stuff from the highly processed foods or the fast foods in the U.S. Very crispy. We'll do some ASMR crunchy shorts. We don't have one here, Todd, in our room, so we'll see if the next place that we live has one. I don't have one to even try yet. So she got a female one, and I told her, instead of paying me back in money, just to have some babies and raise us a lechon. They're asking if Mary is raising one. The one she has right now, I think, is just the female baby pig, but yeah, she's gonna raise a lechon for us.
Oh. Mario's.
That's Mary Rose Palapala that recorded our arrival, or my arrival. How many times have I visited? This is my first visit, and I skipped the discovery trip and just turned it into a move, so my first visit was my move here. And while some people are like, oh, you may not like the heat, or you may not like the humidity or the traffic or this or that, guess what? I love the place. So, not us. Nothing major to complain about, except the small size of some things. Other things being fun sized is lots of fun. Mary Rose is quite a funny lady. She's over here busily editing YouTube videos.
I'm editing.
She's editing, leave her alone. Not now, love. Oh yeah, what's that, Giga? I know, what, hard kiss? Yeah, well, she started her channel after I started mine, and guess what? She's already eligible for monetization and may be monetized by now. Yeah, I know it did, but I knew I was going to like it. People are like, you don't know until you've been. I'm like, you don't know me. I've had experiences in life. I lived in Hawaii. Well, yes, Hawaii is still the U.S. Hawaii is nothing like mainland U.S. And it was hot and it was humid. And there's a lot of things that are similar, even if most of it's at U.S. standards. Not everybody in Hawaii, like local Hawaiians, a lot of them are not living real great. A lot of them are living pretty similar to the Philippines. Is she? I know she said, I don't know if it was Jasper's live yesterday or today. I think it was yesterday. She was.
No, she's not.
She's not?
She's not. She's asking me how to get monetized.
She says she's not monetized yet, so I don't know. Thanks, Todd. I appreciate it, man. Now I'm going to have to look. No, she's not monetized yet. I know she said she was eligible, but there's not a, I don't see anything that, with like a super thanks button or anything. But if she's not yet, she will be soon. And she'll beat me to it. But I mean, I'm not a female or a Filipina, so I say those different because Western women are nothing like Filipinas. Yes, they're both female. They're like different breed of women between here and there. Okay, well, it's interesting that she doesn't have a super thanks on her replay, but squeeze your, oh, why good lie. Giga. I don't know what you have to do to set it up. I would think if you have a super chat button, I don't know if you have to set something up separate for super thanks. Thanks for posting the live, Matets. You need to come visit us pretty soon. Oh my gulai. Definitely missed the whole. Hey Mia, how you doing, man? Dee. Push my DDs together, my man DDs. She's totally ignoring me. She's like totally in the editing for video. Cool, man. Get some rest. Get some rest. Thanks for dropping by and saying hi. Yeah, but I mean, they were pulling in the views, so God bless her. If I had the naturally God-given features of a lady, then I would be monetized quickly myself as well. Hanako Didi.
What Didi?
What Didi? She just grabbed my whole man boob. She's got a bunch of interesting titles. Mm. One San Meg Darum. So let's see. 12-ounce can of San Meg lemon, 47 or 47 and a half pesos, so less than $1 for a beer. I can hang with that. But they come individual. There's not like half racks or 30 racks. Be nice if they did. I'm hoping maybe the grocery store at Robinson's Mall will try there too. And she said she thinks she saw Hogarden Rosé there. And if they have that, oh, the restaurant down below us has it. Went down and had some last night. That's super duper good. A lot of people that say don't fruit the beers, but Hogarden Rosé, it tastes more like a hard seltzer water, hard soda, than a flavored beer. And it's got a little bit of raspberry flavor in it. Super good, yeah. It's with like Garten. It's a Belgian beer, Hogarden. Yeah, I know. I know exactly the kind of jokes you're thinking of. I thought that would be amusing too. Behold, my Hogarden. I like the regular Hogarden Vitus, or maybe that's another one. There's another one that's has a type called Vitus. It's not Hogarden, I think. It's another one. Maybe it's Hogarden. The Vitus is really good. The Rosé, I had seen it on Total Wine's website, but they didn't actually have it at my local Total Wine. If you have a chance to try Hogarden Rosé, I highly recommend it. I am very impressed with that. But I tend to really like various wheat beers, especially like Hefs. Oh my goodness. She sat in a warm room and doubled in size. Thanks, Giga. Maybe I'll give you a day off to think about life. Oh my gulai.
What's that?
I think we do need to get an extension cord and bring a
Yeah.
vertical fan out here though.
What's it?
Because right now the breeze is not blowing, so there's like no airflow, so it's just static. Oh, doubled in size like bread. Ha ha ha. You're banned. So she was sitting in a warm room to proof. Go away, flies. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we came back from, what was that way when we left? Yeah, we're having a water blackout again. Up, 2, 3, 4, Jordan. I'm somewhat surprised Jordan hasn't shown up in any of these. If he, well, he probably has incognito in some kind of sock account. You know, like bread. Oh my gulai. Hanako. Oh man, that's funny. Hang on. I need to screenshot that. This is funny. Oh, that's not what I wanted to. Whatever. 3% beer hitting the veins. The 6%. I can't think of the name. Something Mule. Seagram's Mule. She had one of those last night, which was funny because it's like a 6%. And she was rather buzzed after one Seagram's Mule. Well, he got banned. Well, no, he didn't. He hasn't said anything in Jasper's community because as soon as he says something in the live, then Jasper's going to ban him. I think that's why he hasn't said anything at all. I forget who it was. Somebody gave like a $200 donation to permaban him once he shows his ugly mug in there in chat. But yeah, I hope he hasn't lost it and done anything stupid. I've never really been into gin, so never been a big gin guy. No, not Jester. Jordan. Jordan Melby Vlogs. Yeah. Yeah. And then he would say really rude things. He thought he was being funny, saying stuff that he said to Jasper, and I'm like, at the time, I was like, you're super lucky I'm not a moderator, because it was before Jasper gave us mod. So many times I wanted to just kick him in the junk, give him a day off to think about life. He got pretty offended when most of us OGs got moderator and he did not. Jasper's like, well, that's what you get with the way you acted toward me. Just because you're a longtime supporter, even though I don't know that I ever once saw Jordan donate anything. So he never donated. I donated. He claimed us, swore up and down that I'd probably never come out here, and here I am, I've moved here. He was going to beat me to the fills. How's that working out for you, Jordan? You schmuck. Who's living in the Philippines now, bish? Cash me outside. How about that? I got titanium huevos. You have no huevos at all. What you making? Yeah, what you making?
I don't know.
I'm like, what are you making? She's like, I don't know. She brought out chicken. What are you making? I don't know.
Pork.
Pork?
I don't
What's
know.
pork adobo? Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. I guess we're having pork adobo for dinner. Delicious. This girl thinks she can't cook. I would pay for what she makes at a restaurant. Oh, she just put up a new video. Oh, in 28 minutes it premieres.
It's alright. I'm gonna cook this now because it's, you need to sim for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not easy to cook.
What's the first meal I'm gonna cook? I don't know.
What?
Giga asked what the first meal is that I'm gonna cook. Most of the stuff we have here is for Filipino dishes. I guess I could cook breakfast. That's pretty straightforward.
Can cook.
I mean, what we have for breakfast is what I would call Hawaiian breakfast, but it's also Filipino breakfast. Huh?
You can cook.
I can cook? Yeah. You just get the yeses. If it's a big yes, it's single eyebrows. Yes. It's like, oh yes. Steak and eggs. No, I mean, I made Hawaiian breakfast all the time back home. Eggs and rice and fried spam or Portuguese sausage. I can't think of the name of the sausage. They just, in Hawaii, they call it Portuguese sausage. You can't put me in anything, dude. There's not a lot of, I mean, there is beef here, but I wouldn't say it's high quality beef, and it's way overpriced. So, yeah, man. And here they've got more spam over here. And there's sausage dipped in the Roe Garden. Ooh. Yeah, that could basically make kind of like beer brats, but use Roe Garden. That'd probably be pretty good. So, while people say not to fruit the beer, I guess Roe Garden Rosé is kind of a nod to long ago in Belgium when they didn't have a lot of beer glasses. They would use empty jam, raspberry jam jars for their beer. So there was usually leftover raspberry jam in it. So that's why they made Roe Garden Rosé. So that's a traditional Belgium thing before people say don't fruit the beer. I've never cold an animal yet. And I don't think YouTube would like that. I have had sour beer. I had one that was horrible and I had one that was super good. Honey129 official. How are you, honey? 19.5. Nice.
Ooh, I'm interested in this video.
Huh?
I have you upload Premiere.
Yep.
later.
Yeah, I just linked it in the channel live.
Really?
Honey, I'll give you moderator. I am currently capped at following back, but leave a comment on one of my videos and I'll follow you as soon as I can. But for the time being, I'll give you moderator.
This one is
Oil?
burn.
Oof.
Oil.
How's the Philippines now? Still hot? It's hot, and I'm sweating a bit, but I'm not uncomfortable. Very comfortable. Filipino Mindanao, wear high heels and nice clothes. Oh my. Yeah, but they may let Filipinos do things like that because that's kind of their culture. I don't know if they would allow white Kano to do it and get away with it. Oh, right on. Well, thanks for coming by, and I'll connect back to you as soon as YouTube lets me. I'm currently capped out. Can you turn on which switch is it for the light? Bottom one? Yeah. Can't get them out over rooster culling. That's interesting. I wonder if Lorena Bobbitt could have gotten away with her rooster culling. If you remember that story from long ago. Right back. Water. I would think so, probably, Mark.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, even Cheese Province was essentially jungle. Yep. Try and wipe off my screen when I get more chips of chicharrones. It looks like a Death Metal shirt. It's actually a Loot Crate shirt, and I looked at the tag and it's some from Fallout, so. I love my shirt. Nice. That's okay. Whew. Need a fan out here. Or a breeze. Alright, Todd, take it easy, buddy. Thanks for coming in, brother. I appreciate you. I bet I can swing it. Okay, a lot of times 2 p.m. is Cheese live stream, but if we're not live, we'll try and drop in.
Okay. You still have your...
I'll show you guys what she's cooking. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. Onions and garlic. Got the pork browning up for the adobo. All right, you can dance now. Kinda cool. Nice, Mark. What's for dinner? Yep. Plug my power back in. Put my cooler back on my phone. It does a good job of keeping the phone relatively cool for when it's charging and streaming at the same time. Yeah, man. And it's super delicious too. Whew. I don't know that I ever had it though back in the US, but it's definitely good here. Some of it's sweet, some of it's less sweet. Depends if there's pineapple and stuff in it. But it's all very good. Ah, stop. Think y'all see the stress I'm under here? Filipinas. Trademark Overstay Road. Six people, 15 likes. Thanks, guys. Hit the like and subscribe. We're here in the Philippines. Day 13. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks I've been here. He threw another shrimp on the barbie, eh? G'day, mate. See, Mark. I'm about to go topless since there's no breeze coming through here. So that's your like couple minute warning to get your sunglasses on. Snotty baby spuds and salad. Yeah, that's. I don't need to eat anything that sounds like snotty. Makes me. I like okra, but I don't really like okra and like gumbo when it gets all snotty. Snotty beamed me twice last night. It was wonderful. Snitty. I don't know what snitty means, so interesting. Ooh la la. Oh man, that's gonna be a good dinner. I'm gonna check something. Do we have any more extension cords? We do?
Extension?
Do we have more extension cords? No? Well, that's going to be on the agenda probably tomorrow to buy. So that we can put a standing fan out here for days like this when the breeze is not flowing. Schnitzel. Oh, okay. So I guess that was 2 typos. Schnitzel, baby spuds, and salad. See, that makes a whole lot more sense. When you said snotty baby spuds, I was like, maybe he means not rinsed spuds after you cut them, like when you make the kind of the gooey hash browns. Not sure what Barramundi and 4X is. What's that? What's in the cup?
Oil.
Oil.
Santa oil.
Santa oil. Alright, take it easy, Mark. Thanks for coming in. No worries, man. That was funny, actually. Oh, nice. He's not drinking Foster's, Australian for beer. I hear all the bars in Australia keep like one can or one bottle of Foster's up just as a joke. That over there it's like not something anybody drinks. What's the message to the viewers? Get an online job, or if you've got a retirement or disability money, come visit the Philippines and see if it works for you. Because if you've got monthly money, you can live very well out here for a lot less money. I'll be spending less than 2,000 US a month. And in a lot of places in the US, that's not even necessarily just your rent. Why are you guys stuck on San Mig Apple? Yeah, it's a small apartment. Very small, but a lot of places here are small. And down below us is a restaurant. So we've got a room here. Our neighbors have a room. Can't remember if they have 3 or 4. Raina Vlog, hello. Get moderator. Everybody say hello to Raina Vlog. That is Chi's sister. And they look a lot alike. Hey Rena, really looking forward to meeting you and the rest of the family. Some places the prices go up, but I don't think a lot of people say, oh, you're ruining cost of living for locals. I don't think that's the case for most places, maybe certain parts of Dumaguete, but it's not going to go up like it is in the West. And I mean, good grief. Dude. Can of San Mig lemon, 47 pesos. Right now the dollar's going for like 58.6 or 58.8 US dollar. So that's less than $1 for a can of beer. We're doing great. She's over here cooking pork adobo.
I'm cooking oy. Oy.
Cooking oy.
Oy. Oy.
A la oy. We're doing really good, thank you.
Ay, nako ah.
Bailey Smith,
She
one
was here not
subscriber.
cooking at home.
Well, she may not have cooked at home, but she cooks here and she's doing a fantastic job. She always talks about she can't cook and it's not good. I'm like, I would pay for this in a restaurant. She is a longa, which is, you add an A at the end instead of an O to signify female. So she's a longo, she's a longa.
Still no water, my God.
Yeah, we're having another water outage for reasons. I don't know the reasons, it's just out. I don't know if those are cicadas making the noise. If they're not cicadas, they make noise like cicadas. We haven't actually been able to spot one of the little critters yet. Maybe if I open up the door at the other end, it'll get some airflow going. Yeah, we're having a great time here, Raina Lynn. I can't remember, you're 21 or 22. We're having a lot of fun here, a lot of fun together. She's always laughing. You know, I watched her live streams for months, and you can just see her face is much more relaxed since I've been here, and we went to Bohol and had a great time. So let me ask you, a lot of men are at that point of transition just like you before you said enough. What made you take the leap? A lot of guys are right there undecided, but need to hear from somebody like me. I was pretty burned out, man. I needed to work. For me to actually retire from the shipyard, I would have had to work another 10 years. I'm 49 and a half right now, and if I didn't have my VA disability money from stuff that came from the Navy, service-connected stuff, I wouldn't have had the money to do it, but that gives me just a little under $2,000 a month, and that's more than enough to live as well or better than I was in the US and still be putting money in the bank every month. I mean, 2,000, most people can't even just pay rent for 2,000 in the US, and that's all expenses and still putting money in the bank unless we go to like Bohol for a few days or a week, or Boracay or something. Well, Boracay is one of the best beaches in the world. It's an island, but they have some of the best beaches in the world. And there's too many people, I see too many people that I know, or actors or other famous people, that are dropping dead at 50 or 55 or 59, 62. I was like, I don't want to work until I die. I mean, I could have worked another 10 years and had a lot more money from retirement from the shipyard, but it was a very stressful job, and it could have caused me to have a heart attack, and I could drop dead, you know, one day. And I just wanted to enjoy life. My dad's 82 or 83 this year, about in March. And he's slowed down quite a bit, but at least like a year ago he was still doing the occasional sheet metal and stuff at 81, 82 years old. I don't want to work until I'm in my 60s, 70s, or 80s and end up dying at work or some stupid thing. So I just decided, you know, I talked to people there, I talked to people here. If I had not been in the military, I could have done it, but it would have taken me another 5 to 10 years to get things paid off and earn a retirement to come out. But I mean, if there's a lot of former military that have VA money coming in every month, and they want to live 5-star like a king, and if you need that, you're probably looking at 3,000 to 4,000 or more a month. But you come somewhere like where I'm at, you live smart, you don't go out to eat all the time, cook at home. I'm cooking I'm cooking. She's cooking food here at home that I would pay for in a restaurant, even back in the U.S. But so while cooking at home may seem like blah, no, I'm having restaurant quality meals cooked at home. You can save a lot of money doing that. Less than $1 for a beer. And I'm not a big drinker, so it's not like we're going through a ton of beer. But I mean, a lot of other options to do is to find online work. Some people learn coding. Some people do like transcription stuff online, or they teach English online. So you can't come to the Philippines and put in a job application. You know, you work at McDonald's here and you may make $6 to $10 a day. You work at McDonald's in a big city in the US, you're probably making $17 to $20 an hour, right? An hour. Here, $7 to $10 a day. So, and unless you have the right kind of visa, you can't even get a work permit here. So your only option is to work for a company based out of the U.S., work remotely. You know, there's lots of different remote jobs, but a lot of people do Cambly, which is like online English teaching. More than, it depends if you're in the city or not. Metro Manila, I think, is 590 pesos a day at like Jollibee, which is Philippines fast food, kind of like McDonald's. So Metro Manila, 590 pesos is like the going daily wage at Jollibee. Something just doesn't seem right about all of it. What doesn't seem right? It's a developing country, so the cost of living is lower. It has to be, because Filipinos make much lower wages, so everything has to be scaled for the kind of wages that they make. And the US dollar is very strong, like 58.6 US dollars per, or Philippine pesos per the one US dollar. Something's not right with it. Yeah, I mean, they want to keep everybody in debt. They want to keep everybody strapped, so they have no choice but to be debt slaves and work until they drop dead, basically. Yeah, I mean, if the dollar crashes, it's going to affect everybody. It would end up affecting me too. So what's my workaround for that? Yeah, it's true freedom. Now, if the dollar crashes, the only way I could stay would be if we like owned a place outright, and if she had to work, then if we owned a place and didn't owe anything on it, sweetie.
Sorry. Just adds.
Why don't you just pay for it instead of watching ads to do your editing?
Premiere. It's my Premiere.
Oh, it's your Premiere? Oh, nice. She's getting ads on her Premiere. What I was going to say, they want everybody to be debt slaves, work till they die. BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and many others that are working on joining BRICS, along with like Saudi and stuff. They want to go off with the US petrodollar and switch to their currency. And if they do that, that'll pretty well screw the US. So the only way I could stay here if that happened, because just like Social Security, if we're depending on Social Security, where do you think my money's coming from? From the VA disability, same kind of thing. So the only way I could stay if that happened is if we owned a place and she had to work, and all we had to worry about was food and utilities, and not worrying about paying rent or something. That's how I would be able to stay here. But I mean, if it crashed tomorrow, I'd have some money for a while, but I don't think the Philippines is becoming like the West. I think some areas, some people are becoming kind of westernized, but it's it's not becoming like the U.S. Thanks, Raina. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Hope we see you again soon and see you in person soon. You're way better here, way happier here in the Philippines than in the West. It's not like the West. You're better off coming over here. The women over here are still fit, feminine, friendly. They're not angry feminists. They're not, you know, enormous hippopotami that are sporting 4 or 5 kids, a couple tires around the belly, and still think they deserve a millionaire or somebody making 500,000 plus, and think they're God's gift to everybody, and they don't want to do anything. She and I take care of each other, and she takes good care of me, and we have a good time, and we both appreciate each other. Even an older guy, even a shorter guy, even a heavier guy, you can come out here and get a really great Filipina that actually appreciates you. Some, of course, don't. But I mean, people are like, oh, they all just want money. Okay, well, show me a woman in the U.S. that doesn't want money or doesn't want financial security. The difference is she's going to be really hard to deal with, like a flippin' linebacker. She's going to be on your case all the time. She's not going to want to cook and clean. They're lazy as hell. Take it easy, Paul. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Well, that's fine, Link. I'm happy to answer questions. I mean, I've only been here for 13 days, so I'm not an expert on the Philippines, but I did massive research for 10 or 11 months before I came over, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you spend hours every day, and I worked swing shift, so there was a lot of times that it would get busy for a few hours, and then the last few hours of work were pretty slow, so there was a lot of dead time to do research. I knew what I was getting into. I was prepared to come over, and I was like, I think the housing market's going to crash. I think they may have a lockdown version 2. All sorts of conflicts around the world being talked about or in progress. I think they're going to pull a bunch of shenanigans with the U.S. selection process that's getting ready to happen. Is it going to happen? Are they going to pull something to delay it? Who knows? But what I saw was things aren't looking good. I think the housing market's going to crash, so I wanted to sell my place as quick as possible. And the guy that bought it got a screaming deal from me because I gave him rock bottom price. I just needed enough to be able to zero out my debts and come over here. And most people, you don't necessarily want to get into a relationship before you get over here, but you know, I was coming soon. I wasn't coming in like a year or 2 years and getting into a situation where I was pumping money out. She didn't ask me for anything, didn't ask for a single dollar, not a peso. She didn't want a long distance thing, but she found out that I was actually moving over there, not just visiting, and that I had been taking the time to learn some Tagalog, and I'm going to learn some Bisaya and Ilonggo. And we just started talking and became friends and fell in love, and we have a good time laughing and joking and just being together. You know, she may be editing on her phone, I may be playing a game on my phone or something, but we just enjoy each other's company, and we have a really good time together. She's over cooking pork adobo. You know, you probably pay $15 or $20 for the quality of food that she makes here at home if you're at a restaurant in the U.S. And you'd have to go out to like a Filipino restaurant. I guarantee you're going to spend $15 to $20 on a plate of pork adobo. And this is just as good as any of that, if not better. So customer service can be questionable Sometimes things are out of stock and you just have to find something else or wait. But you can use Amazon over here, and it's not like waiting months for things. You order stuff, and if you're in like BGC, I think Jasper said he's getting stuff in 7 to 10 days. It's probably 10 to 14 days here where we're at in Dumaguete, Valencia on Negros Island. But as long as you have qualifying items and you're like, if you have one item that qualifies and it puts you over $49 and you stay under, I don't know, I hear different numbers. Some people say 180, some people say 200, and some people say 250. So I think it's probably more 180 or 200. And that's like the total cost, including shipping and everything, after all the discounts and things. So I haven't figured out if it's 180 or 200. It does seem to be about 180 or 200. But if you're over $49 on qualifying stuff, then you get free shipping from Amazon just like you would in the US, and that's even without Amazon Prime. And if there's more things that you want, put in an order, put some of the stuff in the basket, and save for later. 5 minutes later, make another order, and do it over $49 but under 180 or 200 bucks. And guess what? They may put it in one box, but it's technically 2 orders, and they're not going to give you import fees. Nothing's 100%. How are people going to survive in the US if the dollar crashes? If they have another lockdown or the dollar crashes, I'd still rather be here and stay as long as I can, because if the dollar crashes, everybody in the country, in the US, is going to be as bad off as people here. I mean, they could, if the dollar became parity with the Philippine peso, guess what? The Philippines is warm year-round. You don't have to worry about freezing to death in the Pacific Northwest or Montana or many other places in the U.S. Almost everybody in the U.S. gets cold, unless you're like Texas, maybe Louisiana, South Carolina, Florida. Most places get freezing-ass cold in the winter. And most people don't have banana trees growing on their property. Most people don't have coconut trees growing on their property or mango trees. You can grow things here year-round. Things are a lot more stable for living here than they are in the US. Because if the dollar crashes, let's say the grid goes down, I'd rather be here than there. Because it's going to be worse there than it is here. Because of the weather and lots of things. Nobody knows how to grow anything anymore. Yes, some people do. Some people are preppers. Some people are farmers. That's not the norm. Most people are in cities or larger places, and they depend on going to a grocery store. Yeah, the real fruit here. We can walk like 200 feet, and there's a coconut tree right next to the road that doesn't appear to be anybody's coconut tree, and we can grab a coconut, open it up, and we've got coconut meat and coconut water. Hey, mother of 3, how you doing? So I mean, nowhere is 100%. I guarantee you're 100% better off here if things crash than being in the U.S. when things crash. They're going to burn cities to the ground, man. It's going to get ugly. And here in the U.S., when people don't have anything, it's probably because they're on drugs or this or that, and they're angry and stressed all the time. People here may have next to nothing, and you know what? They're smiling and joyous and happy and friendly, polite. Could I think everybody in the U.S. come here? No. There's a lot of spoiled Americans that couldn't take conditions over here, even with things the way they are. But I spent years and years in the Navy on submarines, so while I wasn't in the Army and the Marines, living like in Iraq or Afghanistan or something, I've dealt with difficult situations and conditions, and The heat doesn't bother me. The humidity doesn't bother me. I enjoy riding the trikes and the tuk-tuks, the pedicabs. I actually almost prefer that to an air-conditioned car because you've got a cool breeze flowing, you're hearing the sounds around you, and they stop and pick up other people. It's very interesting, and so I'm extremely happy. And some people say, oh, you're just in the honeymoon phase of getting there and loving things. I'm like, no, I lived in Hawaii for 3 years. I learned a lot of things about how to live in the tropical environments, how to make friends, and how to, over in Hawaii, even though it's the US, I was still a minority. A lot of Westerners and a lot of women are just hard to deal with. There you could say, hey, you look really pretty today. And next thing you know, you're getting fired from your job because you reported for HR. You weren't flirting, you weren't being crude or anything, you weren't catcalling, whistling. Who knows? They want to try and have some litigation so they can sue the company and try and get a bunch of money so they can sit on their fat ass and get fatter and not work anymore. So you're much happier here, much better off here. And if you got money every month, or you can do an online remote job, do it. Get the hell out of the West. You don't have to come to the Philippines. Go to somewhere else in Southeast Asia. Go to South America. Now, if you go to South America, you got to watch out for the scopolamine because the stuff, the fruit or the flowers or whatever that grow on the trees that they make it from are right next to the road that everybody drives down. And what's even worse is they can make that stuff homegrown, but you can't really dose it very well. So they may intend to knock you out for 8 to 10 hours, and you could be out for 12, 24, or 36 hours if it doesn't outright kill you. So, hey Daniel Godwin, how you doing? You gotta watch your butt if you go to South America. And here I feel very safe. What did I eat? We had breakfast, and then we kind of skipped lunch. She's making pork adobo right now.
We skipped the lunch.
Yep, we skipped lunch, so we had breakfast, and we're getting ready to have dinner here pretty soon. We went to the grocery store today. So 13 days in, do I know everything? No. But I came prepared. Sold my house. Basically sold or gave away just about everything else. A few things will get shipped over here. A very small amount of stuff is going to go down to my parents' place in the Grand Cherokee. My dad's going to pick up and take down there that he wants to have. But I basically just offloaded virtually everything and came out here with a backpack, a carry-on, 2 carry-ons, 2 ginormous trunk suitcases. I probably should have come over with 3 or 4, but most of it I just left. Hey Anna Lara, how you doing? I don't know. I don't know if it's a point of no return or not. Many things are truly off. And if you want to have an idea of stuff that's going on, look at our Frugal News channel and our Frugal TV. He does a really good job of covering events and anything they put on any of their videos or shows on either of the 2 channels. You go to marfrugalnews.com, and he's got a bibliography. You just click on the thumbnail for the video you watched, and it lists all of his sources for article, tweets, pictures, documents, whatever. He doesn't just make claims and say this is happening or going on. So you don't even have to agree with his take on what's happening. You can go and do the research for yourself. He gives you a basis for everything that he covers, and he covers a broad variety of stuff. And I've been listening to him and lots of other people for a lot of years. The bibliography thing that he does for his shows are what AJ used to do back in the day that he appears to have stopped doing some time ago. But yeah, things are very concerning. I was originally going to come over here end of February, early March next year. And the things I saw going on in the US and around the world were so concerning, I was like, I need to get there immediately because there's a bunch of things that may happen that could prevent me from coming over for a number of years. So I liquidated and got the hell out. So that's what I think about that. If you can work online, or if you have money coming in, come check it out. You know, you're better off to have more, you know, like 3 weeks or 4 weeks, 30 days. I was originally going to come for like 2 weeks because it was hard to get more time than that off at a stretch. I wouldn't come for less than 2 weeks because that first week you're going to be pretty blitzed from jet lag. Even if, like me, I was very careful to stay hydrated, and I had packets of salt that I was putting on the food that I was eating on the plane, or I got a bottle of water and I threw a whole packet of salt in there, shook it up, and even though it tasted bad, I glunked that whole thing down. So you got to keep your electrolytes up. If you can eat bananas, get your potassium, keep your salt intake up because you're going to be sweating like crazy. But even if you do all those things, that first week is pretty rough. I recovered pretty quickly in about 4 days, and I had to because we were getting ready to almost immediately go on a 3-day trip to Bohol, and I recovered pretty well from the jet lag. We had a really good time in Bohol, came back, and the first couple days we got back, we pretty much crashed. Even she was pretty zonked out, so this week's been kind of a recuperation time. Haven't done a lot of major stuff. We did go down to the boulevard in Dumaguete last night. We ate at Sans Rival restaurant, super good restaurant. I had some roast chicken, and I was expecting like a rotisserie half chicken or something kind of a thing. Really, they had some kind of a sauce on it, so it was very much like the chicken adobo that we had for lunch earlier that day. Her chicken adobo was better than the bistro roast chicken I had at that restaurant. Now we also got, she had chicken cacciatore, which was really good. She also got a 4-cheese lasagna. That 4-cheese lasagna was the bomb. Like, I never thought I would find that kind of lasagna or something in the Philippines, but it's a well-known restaurant. It's in a lot of videos that vloggers do of Dumaguete, whether it's not necessarily about the restaurant, but they're in the restaurant a lot of times doing interviews and stuff. So I was like, I'm sitting there last night and I'm like, I'm in this restaurant that I've seen in a ton of videos eating dinner, and we had 3 entrees. I had a San Mig lemon and she had lemonade, so not like major alcoholic drinks or anything, but 3 really good entrees, a beer, and a lemonade, and it was like 740 pesos. So that's, I don't know, $17-ish. Yeah. Before I started looking, I didn't even know where the Philippines was. When I was in high school, I didn't know where it was located. For some reason, I actually thought it was part of South America. So when I saw where it was located, and I went on Google Earth and looked, and I was like, holy crap, that's not at all where I thought it was. And as I'm zooming in, it's showing the, man, I'm blanking on the name of the islands that the Chinese are building up, the Spratly Islands. It was zooming in, it's like, there's the Spratly Islands. They are really close to the Philippines. Like, Spratly Islands are close to the Philippines. And those are those ones they're dredging and building bases on those little atolls and basically turning them into islands. I don't even really know that any of them were really islands until the Chinese dredged it and built it up. But they're right next to it, and those are basically forward operating bases for whatever shenanigans they want to do. But it's very close to the Philippines, especially like Palawan and parts of Mindanao. Oh yeah, there's some great videos out there where they're talking crap about Asian women, and American men want to come over here because of uneducated women and they don't know anything and they're just submissive like they're pushovers. Filipino women are not pushovers. Filipinas can be very spicy and be in your face if they need to be. They're really polite, nice people. But if you're a butthole, stand by. But I mean, they're friendly, they're happy. I think it's because of the hey Jules vlog, how you doing? They're very jealous because they're always complaining, oh, don't approach us anywhere, don't approach a woman anywhere. And then like the same person is putting out a video, men won't approach us ever in any situation. That's because you've been telling us for years to not approach a woman anywhere. Don't approach her in a parking lot, don't approach her in a grocery store, don't approach her in a club. Okay, where do you want us to meet you then? Because in the same breath you're saying don't approach us, you're crying and complaining because we won't approach you. So most of us have like either checked out and they're getting their passports and coming somewhere like here, or they're going MGTOW and just like ignoring females altogether and staying where they are. Why tap out on it altogether? Go somewhere where they're friendly, where they appreciate you. But yeah, there's a bunch of retort videos too from Filipinas and Thai women and other women that basically just annihilate those angry Western women. So that's pretty hilarious. Yeah, why cope with it? I'm almost like I'm burned out. I was like, nope. And you look at on the apps, like women my age, most of them have 3 to 5 kids. They're obese, and I don't mean a little fat, a little overweight. They're morbidly obese, hippopotamus-sized women that expect you to be making $500,000 a year or a millionaire, and just treat them like a queen, God's gift to everything. And they don't want to cook, they don't want to clean, they don't want to do anything for you. They think they don't need to bring anything to the table, they're the whole table. You just need to love them because they're gracing you with their presence. No. How about no? You see this beautiful lady I'm with? She's 32. She looks like she's 23. Amazing. And I wake up at night and she wakes up too, and she's like, what's wrong? Why aren't you sleeping? Are you okay? I can wake up 5 times at night and she's checking on me. I roll over at night, she's checking on me. And it's not like she's terrified that I'm gonna up and leave her or something. It's just because she actually cares and is worried. Women don't treat you like that in the US. Yes, there's exceptions. Some do. But guess what? The ones that do get snatched up immediately. And the bulk of them are just intolerable, angry, masculine. Guess what? I don't want to date a dude, or I'd be that kind of guy. You know, if I wanted to have a masculine person, I'd date a guy. I don't want that. I want somebody that's feminine. Most women in the West are not feminine anymore. Yeah, and over here, family is everything to Filipinos. Yeah, they're horrible to deal with, man. They're just... I think some of them are starting to wake up and realize, oh my goodness, I wanted to be a boss babe and be in the workplace, and after a few years, or they hit their 40s, they're like, I'm so tired, I don't want to do everything myself. I actually do need a man, oh my goodness. Well, guess what? No, you look like a pug because you went about 1,000 miles an hour into the wall, and you look like it. So you made your bed, you told us not to approach you. So people like me are here in the Philippines with a beautiful Filipina that actually appreciates you and appreciates little things you do. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Social media is destroying them. The feminist propaganda is destroying them. You know, there's things that were good about feminism at first, like getting voting rights and getting rights. Equal rights are great. You look at most feminists, they're not looking for equal rights. They want to have the same rights and more rights. It's not about being equal at all. It's not about it being equal for feminists. It's not about being equal for the alphabet community. Yeah, I'm just not gonna put up with it anymore. And luckily, I found a Filipino that was also not into the tempo crap. So I'll tell you what, I'm not a Filipino. If you want to pull tempo, which is basically silent treatment or throwing a tantrum, essentially, I'm not gonna put up with that crap because I'm not a Filipino. Yes, I'm in the Philippines, but I'm an American. If there's a problem, we talk about it and deal with it and move the fuck on. You're not gonna be giving me silent treatment for a day or multiple days. Not happening. Not gonna tolerate it. That smells amazing, sweetie.
You're hungry na? I'm cooking vegetables.
Cooking vegetables. Thank you.
And then what?
She's over here dancing. I'm cooking vegetables. She's adorable. She's always smiling.
No!
Yep, thanks, Link. I don't know what your angle is. I think you're trying to get me to say something sketchy so you can try and annihilate me later on, but guess what? I haven't given you anything to run with, so you can post whatever you want. I haven't said anything sexist or racist or any of that crap. I just didn't want to deal with them anymore. And I didn't come here for her. Yes, I wanted to come here and be with her, but I was already coming to this town, this city, on this island, and we met after I made those plans. And it turned out she was on the same island, only about 2.5 or 3 hours away, so it was super convenient, and we're together now. But I didn't come here for her. I came here for myself, and we met, and it just is working out fantastically. So, you know, do it for yourself. Don't do it for a Filipina, because maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. But guess what? If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. Turn a circle, and you're going to see like 8 out of 10 Filipinas that are drop dead gorgeous, and there's a whole lot of them that are single, legitimately single. Now, some may have kids, and guess what? A lot of Filipino guys, they get their girlfriend pregnant, and they bounce. And why is she's so shy? I don't know. She has her own YouTube channel. She does live streams for 3 hours at a time.
I'm hungry.
She thinks, okay, look, come here, come here.
Guys, I'm cooking.
Put your hand down. Come here. Show him. Let me see you, please. He's asking a question. He's asking a question. What?
Who?
He's asking a question. Wow, she's so shy.
Look at that, I'm sweeting now.
She's sweeting. She's sweeting so much she's haggard. This girl out of bed, straight out of bed, is better looking than most Western women. Doesn't have to fix her face. She thinks she does, but she's not like putting on a bunch of makeup. She washes her face, puts on moisturizer, puts on sunscreen, maybe a little lipstick, and that's like it. She's not putting on a face of makeup. It's not like she looks bad when she goes and washes her face off at the end of the day, because she isn't a big makeup person. Yeah, and like I said, she's got a YouTube channel. She's monetized. She's got over 18,000 subscribers. But she's drop dead gorgeous, but she's very humble about it.
Sorry, noisy. Noisy. Oh my god.
Take you guys over there again so you can see what she's cooking.
Noisy guys.
That's the pork adobo. She's cooking vegetables in there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Look at that outside. See what I was saying? Oh look, right across the street, buko, which is coconut. Let's go down here and have a look. the restaurant down there with the metal roof over it. Yes, it's open air. You see many restaurants like that in the US? No. There's dogs barking, there's roosters crowing, there's music blaring. You know what? I love it. I love everything about this place. Except maybe customer service and small size sodas and thin juice. Why is there bars? Well, you look at basically any homes here and everywhere has bars. But it's still a hell of a lot safer than it is in the US for most places. Like people are, unless you're working and using a sharp object for something that involves making money, you're not supposed to carry even knives. I'm hooking up my power again. Bear with me. Of course. You'd think USB-C would be really easy to plug back in. Not so much. Oh, that's because of that, yeah. They don't just have Jollibee in the Philippines. The Philippines is the originator of Jollibee. Jollibee is the Philippines.
Jollibee.
Jollibee is Philippines. There are Jollibee in the US. Jollibee is originally from the Philippines. And their fried chicken, I'll take Jollibee fried chicken over KFC. How about that? And it's cheaper. They've got those fruit pies, fried fruit pies like McDonald's has, but they're about 10 times better than the McDonald's fruit pie. Peach mango pie. Amazing. I did a live stream 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, where I tried Jollibee in the US. I still have to try it here. I'm trying to be careful about making sure I remember to film when I try something for the first time here. There's a handful of things that I didn't actually record Mang and Asal, but I did when we went to Mang and Asal and tried halo halo, which is the Philippines' national dessert. I recorded that. I haven't uploaded it yet, but it'll be soon. It's so low stress here. I forgot to grab, I was already tapering off of my anxiety meds, so it wasn't a big deal, but I forgot to pack it. But really I was going to be off of it in 2 weeks anyway, but I had tapered down, and then I forgot it, so I just cold turkey stopped the rest of it like halfway through the tapering process, and you know what? I'm fine. You know what? I sweat a lot. I've sweat out most of the medicines and additives and preservatives and things. I already feel more healthy, so even though I'm still sweating, I'm not sweating like a pig like it was when I got here. No, you're fine, man. I hope I gave you good answers. I think, it's not like you ask a question and I have no idea what to say. It may take me a while to articulate it, but most of it I already have thoughts on and responses to and had already researched. So I was very prepared to come here. I'm very happy to be here. Yes, it's only been 13 days, but I know myself. And when people said, oh, the heat's going to be too much, the humidity's going to be too much, the traffic's going to drive you crazy, this or that's going to be a problem. None of it's been a problem. And people see me and they saw my live streams, or they saw me in person that I worked with, and they see me now, and they can tell how much more relaxed I am just in how I carry myself and how I talk. I see her. She was already here, but she's more relaxed since we've been here together. So it did. I'm not worried about the anxiety. There was a guy Was a guy, is a guy, another channel, expensive expat. It doesn't mean expensive like costs a lot. Ex meaning former, pensive meaning stressed or anxious. Expat, the name's Daryl. That's his YouTube channel, Expensive Expat. He did construction, I believe he's former military. He did construction in San Diego, and he was on as many as 3 Xanax a day. Now he's a big guy, like tall, big, burly guy. I'm not saying big like heavy guy, big burly guy. 3 Xanax a day should put down a horse. And he came over here and other daily meds. You know, Xanax is like a situational. I didn't have Xanax, but I had clonazepam, which is pretty similar. And I had to take those sometimes daily, sometimes I could go for a few weeks without them. When I was on them daily, it was like basically nothing. It just kind of tamped down the anxiety attacks that got through the daily meds. But he's over here and he's off the daily meds, he's off the Xanax. He said his anxiety is down 80%. When he was talking about that, he was interviewing Paul Old Dog New Tricks, which is another very well-known YouTuber over here. And Paul said he was on, when he got to the Philippines, he was on 4 heart medications, and he's on 0 heart medications now because he doesn't need them. Yes, he has heart problems, but most of it was due to stress and eating poorly and stuff in the US. Doesn't need the meds anymore. Daryl doesn't need the Xanax anymore. I'm off my meds. Look at these. He made green beans and garlic and mushrooms. And I haven't put the stuff on my rice yet, but that's pork adobo for dinner. I know lots of guys are. No, it takes a while. She had to marinate the pork for like an hour. So I've just been shooting the breeze, answering questions. And Mark, I'm happy to wait for this food because this is food you would order in a restaurant. Even you, I guarantee you would pay for this food in a restaurant. And it's home cooked. Yeah, there's my dinner for me. Oh, it's so rough here living in the Philippines. I'm barely getting by. The food's horrible. Oh. Nom, nom, nom.
Okay.
It's amazing. Pork adobo, guys. Homemade. Perfect. And she doesn't think she can cook very good. Yes, she can. Mark says, "Gee, that is not fair." My drink at the moment, straight up water, man. Straight water. We are eating and living pretty healthy here. Look at that. Homemade pork adobo. That plate of food in a restaurant in the US would be $15 to $20. I guarantee it.
Salty.
it's very good, and I need salt because I'm sweating. Julie's like, is it too salty? Oh no, it's really good. I think no. Joke lang? I'm like, it's delicious. Joke? Are you joking? Yes, she knows how much I love food. I'm suffering so much. If I don't like something, I don't eat it. Most of the time, I scarf everything that we have. Yeah, CBD oils can be very low THC. Some of them are made strictly from hemp. And hemp, generally speaking, doesn't have psychoactive levels of THC, even if it has trace amounts. A lot of the reason things like CBD are banned for a lot of people, especially like federal employees, it may not have any of the THC in it, but the metabolites that you burn off from burning off weed are basically the same kind of metabolites that burn off from CBD and hemp products that don't get you high or anything. So they don't want people using CBD because then they can't get a good test result on if somebody's using weed. Yep. It's also really good for people that are on chemotherapy and stuff, that their stomach gets all messed up from the chemo. It can help bring your appetite back and help with the nausea and stuff too. But yeah, I was halfway through going off my meds the doctor way, and then I just failed to pack the rest of the meds for the final 2-week taper off process, and I've been doing great. Thanks, Link. In the past, forgetting something like that would have stressed me out. And for like 5 minutes it did, and I was like, you know what? Doesn't matter. I'm not going to need it, and I haven't needed it. I got a really good stress reliever. So shy. Even though she's fixed up, she's still hiding. Stop hiding. Say hello. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm still watching her.
That's great. You're watching. You're not looking at the camera, Cooper. I know. A YouTuber is scared of the camera.
I don't know now.
You don't know now?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but she's not shy when she's in front of it.
Mark, I'm not trying. Just, I don't know.
We'll have another discussion about this off camera. Ay, nako.
Hey, naku. Oh my God, I eat a lot now. There's no lunch.
Exactly, King Gozart. Mark's in our live streams a lot, so Mark's good to joke with us. He's not being remotely rude. You follow this rabbit long enough. She's super sweet, guys. And it's not like just on the camera. She's sweet all the time. We have a good time. Probably the biggest thing over here is to keep your hydration up. Get your salt intake up.
Hi.
Hey, hey, hey.
Wow, it's early dinner.
Yeah. Hey, guys. How you doing? Oh, good one. I look homeless? Really? Okay. That's funny. I like the immunity. I'm sweating, but I'm not uncomfortable. My body just sweats. But I will say that she can even tell that I'm sweating significantly less. Like I'm sweating probably less than a quarter of what I was when I first got here. Being ready to eat. Filipina, yes. Masarap. Those are fresh. We just got those at the grocery store a couple hours ago. Sauteed in what, oil and garlic and oyster sauce. So good. And I hate oysters. Oyster sauce is good. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just good. You would think if you don't like oysters that you would hate it. No, I guarantee it's not like you would think it tastes.
It's like soy sauce with sugar.
She says it tastes kind of like soy sauce with sugar.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had Asian food with oyster sauce and just didn't know it. So if you tasted it and somebody said that was cooked with oyster sauce, you'd be like, oh, okay, I'm used to that flavor. You just didn't know you had it. Thanks, Mark. Take it easy, buddy. Yeah, I guarantee you've had oyster sauce and didn't know it. I guarantee you've had fish sauce and didn't know it. Most everyone I've run into is happy to teach you
Yeah. Very,
Tagalog, Bisaya, Ilonggo. And that's not me talking for her. We looked at each other like confused, like don't really understand what you mean. They're happy to teach you, and the fact that I already learned some and was using it in her live stream chat impressed her and helped get her attention. It's complicated. The Philippines' national language is Tagalog, and English. However, many regions, not just islands, have their own dialects. If you go to,
We have 124, 120, more than 120 dialect.
there's over 120 dialects in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to think where Anna's Life Official is from. The place next to Samar, Leyte. Leyte has a lot of Waray, and they speak Waray.
Waray.
Waray. But everybody basically learns Tagalog and English in school, depending where you're at. They probably also teach Visaya or Cebuano, which some people say are basically the same, some people say they're different, so I don't really have an answer on that. I've seen dating profiles that listed English, Tagalog, Visaya, Cebuano as like being different, so but yeah, over 120 dialects in the Philippines. But even most of the signs have English or are only in English. So they teach it in school. So for women that say that Asian women or Filipinas aren't educated, most American women only speak English and maybe don't speak English or write English that well. Filipinas and Filipinos know Tagalog, English, probably Bisaya or Cebuano, and maybe one or two other dialects. So most of them are probably trilingual, if not quad or whatever 5 is. Hey Evander, how you doing, buddy? If she doesn't want him to learn or doesn't want to teach him, then that, well, if she doesn't want him to learn it, I would say she's sketchy, because she wants to be able to have people talk about you without knowing what's being said, or have her say things without you knowing what's being said. What you can do is get the Galaxy Buds 3 Pros and pop one in, and it will live translate for you. And some people say if you learn Tagalog or Bisaya, don't tell anybody that you know it, and just kind of keep your mouth shut and see if they talk crap around you. And then you can turn around and spit some out, and I'm like, I know exactly what you just said for the last half an hour, and they'll be like, oh my lord. And it probably won't happen again. But if you know some and you keep that in your back pocket and see what they really say, then you're going to know if your Filipino or your family are being genuinely friendly to you, or if they're talking nicely to you in English and talking crap about you in their dialect. If she doesn't want you to learn, she herself is probably questionable. That's probably why. You probably found not a good Filipino. But there's bad people anywhere you go. Doesn't mean every Filipino is bad or every Filipino wants money. Every woman wants financial security. Doesn't matter if it's in the Philippines, in the US, where. Some want to be able to take care of themselves, and they're the angry boss women in the US. And then they get tired, and then they're like, I want a man, I don't want to work all the time and do everything myself. Oh, well, you shouldn't have told us to go away all the time then. There's translators out there that look like a cell phone that have a network connection, but really all its purpose is to be a translator. And it can even take pictures and translate almost live of like a instruction manual or a menu or something, or a sign, if you want to know what it says. But the new Galaxy Buds Pro 3s, Samsung earbuds, have live translate in them. So it works even better if you're connected to your Galaxy phone. But even if they're not, it'll still translate. And that's new as of this year. Belgium Blogs, another channel, also recently just did a review on a good translator, the one that I said looks like a cell phone. So if you look at Belgium, MELGEM or IM vlogs, take a look at his videos in the last 2 months, and he did a review of them. Maybe they don't offer a lot of dialects, but a lot of times you'll have people from all over the place, so a lot of them talk to each other in Tagalog because they're probably from different parts of the Philippines, and that's kind of the standard communication language. I don't know a lot of Tagalog yet, but I know enough to get me through a day and be polite. Two hours, 18 minutes. Nice. A lot of my live streams end up including a meal. Well, that's because I like to use my time wisely, so instead of just sitting for a live stream, I may as well eat while I'm doing the live stream and make good use of my time. Hey, KuyaStorm, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. Sitting here enjoying delicious pork adobo, homemade. Fresh green beans with garlic sauce and mushrooms. Sorry, garlic and oyster sauce and mushrooms. And that wasn't pre-crushed garlic. She chopped that up fresh. I'll end up doing lots of videos. I don't have a lot of videos yet, but I kind of prefer less editing and more live streaming and stuff, so you can just kind of see real time what's going on. Because too many people edit things down and you don't really see real day-to-day life. And I'd like to show people what they can kind of expect if they're actually here and doing stuff. We'll see if I can post or not, but I actually did a full walkthrough of Hypermart. It was like an hour and 12 minutes. Well, I've only been here for 13 days. They had one like a month ago, but I wasn't here yet. So far, they haven't hit where we're at in Negros. I know it could at any point, but we're not. We're up high, and we're kind of up the mountain a bit, so we're not really at threat of being flooded out where we are. Lower parts of Dumaguete could be, but like I said, we're in Valencia up the mountain. So typhoons are basically the West Coast name for hurricanes. So a typhoon is not like a tornado. A typhoon is basically a Pacific side hurricane. That's the better way to think of it. That's my Filipina, man. That's Chi the Filipina vlog right there. So that video she just put in, that's her video she made from when we were in Bohol.
It's full. One million views.
No, but we're moving up. I'm over 1,200 subscribers now. There's a guy that got really nasty. Swore up and down there's no way she's 32, and there's no way that she is even 18. To him, he's like, it's obvious she's underage, but everybody can lie about their age online. Well, I verified the ID. She's 32 years old. She looks like she's 23, and she's got the body of an 18 or 19-year-old cheerleader. So, suck it certified. Low quality doofus. I'm not here on a couple-week vacation preying on young women. I'm here with an age-appropriate Filipina, and I've moved here, and we're together. Thanks, Lee. We'll see if I come across a hit piece sometime soon, but I haven't said anything bad, so good luck with that, even with editing.
Pin my link, no?
Sorry.
In Bohol.
Bohol is amazing. Oh my goodness, guys. We had a blast there. Yes, it's touristy certain places, but there's a lot of really nice looking homes out in the province area, which for the US that would be like saying living in the country. If it's not in a city or a town, it's province. Technically, Valencia and Dumaguete are province, even though it's the city of Dumaguete.
Still have their adobo.
Hmm?
Still have adobo.
I'm good. I'll have more later. I'm actually even eating less. I would usually gobble up this entire plate of food. I'm full, so I'm not finishing the rice. I probably have some more vegetables. How about that?
That's good.
And she's like, that's good. I was asking the fans, but thank you. Adults, parents in the US, learn how to cook your vegetables like this. Your kids will eat them and love them and be gobbling down even green beans. Why don't want kids eat it? Because y'all are messing it up in the U.S.
You don't like that? You have the US.
We have it in the U.S. They don't taste like this. They'll boil them or steam them, and that's like it. There's like nothing on them. These are delicious. Thanks, Link. Thanks for coming in, bud. Hope to see you back. Ah, that's your opinion, Christopher Stream. It's actually not intended to be a comb over. It's more of a skater, surfer style. If it was trying to be a comb over, I'd be like this, and I'd be hiding, and I wouldn't shave the rest of my head, jackass. It's kind of a punk, surfer, skater style. Learn something, idiot. You know what? I did 13 years in the Navy for you stupid assholes like you. Suck eggs, buddy. 13 years in the Navy, 16 and a half years working in a Navy shipyard. I gave almost 30 years of my life protecting and keeping ships going out to sea to keep everybody safe back home. I've done my time. If I don't want to shave, if I want to have a goofy looking haircut, suck eggs. I can do it all day long, and I don't care what you say. Try climbing out of your mama's basement, and let's see you start a YouTube channel. How about you do something? Let's see your face on YouTube, asshole. How about you go to the Philippines? Sell all your stuff and go to the Philippines. Bet you won't do it. I bet you won't leave your hometown in your life. Idiot. Gotta love these incels. I'm super stressed about it too as I eat sauteed green beans and garlic in oyster sauce. Thanks, man. Didn't mean to be rude, really. Maybe don't roll into a live stream and be a dickhead. Because if you don't think that was a rude thing to say, you're part of the problem in the West, and you're part of the reason people like me come to places like the Philippines or other places in Southeast Asia or go to South America, because we're sick of stupid people like you. Thanks for thanking me for my service. Maybe don't roll into somebody's live stream without having any idea what the hell's going on and be a jackass. Green beans. If it was a comb over, the rest of it wouldn't be a number one, buddy. Oh, and what kind of my dad am I? You can ask my son. He's been in the Navy over 4 years too. So that's the kind of dad I was. He also wanted to be like his dad and be in the Navy and serve his country. He helped keep everybody back home safe. Even dum-dums like you. Just go check your OnlyFans subscriptions or go over to the hub. Continue your evening. Have a wonderful night. I'm going to enjoy it with my beautiful Filipina here. Listening to geckos climbing on the walls, eating bugs for us. That noise you hear, those are geckos. They're adorable. Need more water.
Here. Here.
No. I get up to get myself some water because I'm not helpless. Her first response is, "Here, love, drink my water." That's how sweet she is. I haven't come across any woman in the U.S. this sweet. And she puts it up and is like, "Really?
Really?
Really? Yes, really." Sometimes they'll act this sweet in front of everybody else, but they'd be giving me this look on the side, and I'll tell my mom, I'm like, she's like, "Oh, that's so sweet." I'm like, that look she just is giving me right there means I'm in trouble for the rest of the night. As soon as we get back to the hotel room, I'm going to be miserable the rest of the night. Can I sleep on your floor, please? Not this girl. We have a blast. Like, all the time, have a blast. Oh, and to go with it, calamansi soda. Calamansi is a cross between a lime and a orange. You can get them in the U.S., but it's very popular here. And guess what? No high fructose corn syrup. And it tastes like squirt in the U.S. And it's healthier because no high fructose corn syrup. I would say probably the healthiest I've ever been is after I changed my diet in the U.S. to salads and chicken, or chicken salads, for about 8 weeks before I moved over here. And now being over here and having fresh cooked food almost every single day. And like I said, if we go to a restaurant, that restaurant is basically like home cooked food. They just cook it for you. And most of what I drink is pure water, some juice, the occasional soda. I've had like 2 Cokes since I moved here. Most of it's calamansi fruit soda, which acts real juice, 100% of daily allowance of vitamin C, refined sugar, which is actual sugar, not high fructose corn syrup. Super good day. We slept until 8 a.m., which was the first. I think I slept till 7 a couple days, or 7:15. 8's the longest I've slept. I didn't mean to sleep that late, but I figured after last night we'd take it a little easier. She actually drank a whole Seagram's mule, like a Moscow mule, and she slept very soundly because she doesn't drink much at all, and so one bottle of Seagram's mule. She said she was drunk. She wasn't drunk. She was definitely very buzzed.
Okay.
Yeah, off of one, which like in the U.S. would be kind of like a wine cooler, but you just have a good time.
Bro's live so funny. He's showing po.
Who?
Bro, Batman.
Oh, Bruce is on him. He's live right now, or that's recorded?
He's live right now, and he's showing a lot of.
Little what?
It's like a kid showing the gun, kid gun.
Good times. Alright guys, we're down to 6 people. Thanks for coming in. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe, and if you haven't liked, hit it while you're here.
What is that?
I think that's yep,
Ooh.
a praying mantis.
Ooh.
Just flew in and landed on our table.
Oh, here.
No, shh, stop. I don't like most bugs. Mantis are cool. Look at this. He just flew up on our table.
Ooh, it's so cute.
Hey, buddy. Hey there.
Nice.
Here we go. Over there. Come on.
Ooh.
Go get those other nasty bugs.
But the geckos eat that.
Yeah, the geckos eat the mantises too, but the mantises eat other bugs. I'm not gonna mess with a mantis.
Nice.
Now if it's a spider or an ant, squish. Mantis are cool. Alright guys, thanks for coming in. See you again soon. Hi Nicole.